I was watching one of Josh's videos about the Lightning Collection and he brought up a really good, valid point about Playmates. In his video, he mentioned that this was the third time a big company has the license. You had Bandai, then Hasbro, and now Playmates. Bandai did produce a lot of product, but they had many different toys and they were going on all at the same time. Hasbro did the basic line and the Lightning Collection. And now with Playmates, we have no idea what they're doing apart from, oh, it's going to be kid friendly. So there's a few things that we need to talk about that at a very much later date when we start seeing these like toys coming out. Josh brought up the point that there were too many ranges to produce. Now this is a big thing to me because these companies really have tried to finish the line in figures, but then didn't finish them, and that's really frustrating as a collector in my eye. A long time ago, my friend and I sat down and kind of looked at the legacy line. We wanted to see how it would conclude, how long it would take, and it's been lost to time, that discussion, lost to time. But when working it out roughly, I think maybe up to like maybe Super Mega Force or something like that, it would have taken 10 years to complete that line. Obviously, as more seasons have come out, it would have taken a lot longer, but with the way that Bandai were making these toys, it was just constant that you wouldn't be able to finish it because they were taking so long to release certain figures in the legacy line that you just be like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'll pick them up, but again, I'm not going to be finished for a long time. But when they sold the line to Hasbro started to kind of produce the basic line, which was just like what was coming out at the time. And then you had the Lightning Collection, and they didn't even finish that. Now we have Playmates. Again, we don't know what they're going to do or what they're going to make, or even if they decide, hey, let's go down a collectible line, which the fans will buy because we all love this straight away. Like, how many times have you seen people love the Lightning Collection or want to go after the legacy line to complete something? There is so much there that people will buy this. It's just we need a promise from these companies. The thing is, we need to hear from Playmates if they're going to carry on the Power Ranger toy line till the end of time, or will they pass the buck on to someone else when they can't do it? When you look at it, there have been over 100 Rangers. There's probably a lot more. Hell, if they wanted to, they could go down the Sentai route and produce Rangers from any point in time. But would that actually get people excited for it? Or is this just another promise that we may get something and then suddenly the line gets like passed on? Like, even with Hasbro, for many years, we've not even finished, I would say, a fraction of all the teams. It's always been focused around Mighty Morphing, and maybe a few other teams have been finished. But will we finish these teams? It's freaking frustrating. So my question is, will Playmates actually finish the line? Will they do something like the Lightning Collection, or are they completely out? We know they're going to do the basic stuff of figures because it said in the kind of press release. But again, I'm just kind of really skeptical on this. Now, part of me as a collector is I try to collect everything from a product line. I do it with Figma, I do it with Figuarts, but when I look at Power Rangers, I don't want to start another collection of a completely different line that they're going to promise that they're going to make something out and then all of a sudden they don't. And I have this product that is just sitting there, not complete, nothing like that. And that would irritate the crap out of me as well as more collectors. Personally, even thinking about it, I don't even think I could even start a brand new line. I don't want that whole kind of promise of we are going to give you this and then suddenly it stops. It's really frustrating. But yeah, I don't think I could collect another line of Power Ranger toys, not even to review on the channel. I think what's really frustrating to me is knowing that no matter who has the toy license, no matter what, this line is never going to get completed. And that to me is one of the saddest things when it comes to collecting Power Ranger toys. Now, if they continue the Lightning Collection line, I would be all happy about this. I really want to know from Hasbro if the Lightning Collection is going to continue in some way, in some shape or form, or is that it? Do we just sell up and then focus our efforts on this brand new Power Ranger line from Playmates? I would love to have more information and I would love to share it with you guys because That's what I like to do. But right now, we're completely in limbo. Some people say, yeah, the Lightning Collection is coming back. Some people say it's completely dead in the water. To me, I really, really want to know more. Now, from what I've heard, Playmates actually don't make figures like the size of the Lightning Collection. To me, that is a massive loss. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, that's what collectors want. They don't want short figures all the time or figures that aren't that articulated. We want proper figures. And if that's the case, I think I'm pretty much done completely. Now, if it were me, I would continue the Lightning Collection where it literally stopped, because you have people that already have the past figures that will continue to buy. I feel like if you stopped it completely, not many people would want to support this. They'd only buy select figures that they want. I would probably do that, to be fair. I wouldn't want to be like, hey, I'm going to get everything, because why? Why should I put my faith into a line, into a franchise that is just literally going to get passed on to someone much later on? Main thing I reckon is, like, when we're starting a brand new line, we, the customer and the consumer, need to feel that we can trust them to finish something, rather than just thinking we might get a full line and then we get the rug pulled out from under us. If myself or other fans are going to be spending money, are we going to get a full range? Or halfway through, the line goes to someone else like Mattel, Bandai, or a brand new company popping up. Now, what I would do, and I think this probably would be easy for Playmates, is to spend a year making all the ranges and get them made and have them ready to go. Push them out like regular releases and times. You know, you don't say how many you've got. Say, here's the next wave of whatever. We have all the Power Rangers going straight away. It would make a lot more sense to do that, or at least get halfway through. So at least we know, oh man, like that's definitely worth where our money's going. We all know that they are going to focus on MMPR all the time. And that's something that I think would just be really frustrating as a collector. I think I've already done a video on just make it MMPR only. Go check it out. It's my kind of frustration with Hasbro. Link it in the description down below. But the thing is, I would do more seasons than just MMPR. Like, that's what I would do to kind of get people wanting to buy this, rather than the same thing over and over and over again. We've already seen Mighty Morphing. We don't want another Jason or Tommy or whatever, but please just give us something that we can sink our teeth into and actually want to collect. With this video kind of closing out, for me personally, I don't think I could collect another Power Ranger line this intensely. I've done it so often with Bandai, I've done it with Super Sentai, I've done it with literally Power Rangers itself. The Lightning Collection to me will always be the best Power Ranger like toy line that we've had until, well, maybe until Playmates make something better. But for now, I always think the Lightning Collection would be the best thing in the entire world. But right now, I am burnt out from buying all this stuff to actually collecting something that I love, to the point where, what's the point if a new company is going to come along in a few years' time, get the license, and Hasbro don't give a shit about it? The fact is that we have to sit through and wait until they go through every single Mighty Morphing figure again. Then we go on to the next one. I want figures that haven't been made for years, for a long time. You know, something that is fresh and brand new. And that's what I thought the Lightning Collection was. No, it's completely gone, hasn't it? But anyway, I kind of really wanted to give my thoughts on this. I'll link Josh's video down below so you can see it. I just feel like this is an important thing, and I feel like Playmates have a lot of work to do. I feel like they've got to build the trust up of the fandom, but could this actually generally hurt their margin or whatever profits they're going to make from Power Rangers? Yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you think. I am going to leave it there. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Check out the Patreon as well as the channel memberships. And if you want to help out the channel, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. It always helps the channel grow. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimona Cat, Kira Stanada. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。